We're going to start our next assignment on self-portraits. Now, with the practice that you've done with the Loomis drawings, I feel that you've got enough confidence and practice to begin your self-portrait. Now, there will be two self-portraits that will be due by the end of the semester. This first one will be a realistic self-portrait. Now, what we want to do is to demonstrate the ability to articulate full value. That means highlight, midtones, and shadows in your drawings. We want to articulate full color drawings on toned paper and demonstrate the illusion of three-dimensional form on your two-dimensional surface or paper. We want to have a good composition, and also we want to demonstrate this idea of self-portrait. And we will be doing research and looking up different kind of artists online and reading a website on doing self-portraits. We also want to look up the artists of Jan van Eyck and a Portrait of a Man in 1433. Now, Jan van Eyck was actually the he was one of the pioneers in oil painting. So he did a lot with glazing and form, and he pretty much perfected this art of self-portrait and oil painting. Next, we want to do Leonardo da Vinci with his self-portrait, 1512, red chalk on paper. And Leonardo da Vinci was a master genius artist from the Renaissance, and he also did things in science and music, mathematics, engineering, anatomy, geology, astronomy, botany, and he drew and sketched many of his ideas. To date, we only have about a third of his drawings and a third of his material, but he is one of the most outstanding geniuses in the history of mankind. Next, we want to look at Albrecht Dürer and his self-portrait, oil on panel in 1500. And he was heavily influenced by Renaissance artists in Italy, while Albrecht Dürer himself was a German painter in Northern Europe. We want to also look up Rembrandt van Rijn. And Rembrandt was the preeminent painter in the Romantic era. In his self-portrait with beret and turned-up collar in 1659, oil on canvas. And Rembrandt was, he did a lot with realism and naturalism, facial expressions, and emotion. So you'll see in this portrait of him, self-portrait with beret and turned-up collar, you'll see how he had mastered the art of self-portrait. So we want you to do a research of these artists and other artists. So do the research, watch the website on the lesson, and then we're also going to do a written report from our research. Do more research so you can accumulate some images that will be helpful to you when you draw your own realistic self-portrait. Once you have written the report, I want you to go ahead and do 3 practice sketches. Look in a mirror or take some photographs and draw your self-portrait. And then once you have a confidence and the skill and practice of drawing your own self-portrait, I want you to execute a final color drawing in the medium of your choice. It could be colored pencil or pastel, and I would like for you to draw it on toned paper. In other words, it's not white nor black, it's kind of mid-tone. It could be a brownish, could be bluish, could be gray, but you can find this material at a local art supply store. Now, because we're in sort of lockdown and you may not have access to this paper, I would say do your very best in getting the materials that you need to complete the drawing. I want you all to be well, and thank you for tuning in.